Silence. Good afternoon from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in sunny Lauderdale by the Sea. As I said, silence. I gave you a couple of minutes of silence. A few seconds. It felt like minutes after today of silence before I started my talk on precious metals today. Anyways, beautiful view of the ocean here. As you can see, sunny day. If you're living within this radius near here, you're experiencing this as well. Thanks for joining me again today. Let's take a look at precious metals prices. And why did I say silence? Because, oh my gosh, it's just been crazy all day. I have been nonstop busy from morning till afternoon. I mean, we have a little short-handed help here, but still, people are just buying the hell out of precious metals. They're buying silver, they're buying gold, well, not many people are buying platinum, but I kind of wish they were. It seems really underpriced to me. And palladium, really, who cares? I don't know much about it. So, and we don't sell much of it, and it seems really high already. Again, what do I know about palladium? Not much, I'll admit it, but who does? But I do know gold, silver, and platinum really well. And wow, what a week. Like I said, it's just been nonstop in our store. We have been just busy. We're getting to the point where we're going to have lines out the door. I'm having a hard time sourcing product. I'm having a hard time buying gold and silver and getting it at levels that I'm comfortable reselling it to you for. However, I've got good prices. My stuff is real. You never have to worry about it. And again, I'm very consistent and fair prices. And we're here. We're local. And come by and see us. Hey, listen, let me get on to what happened today. It's kind of a strange day. And we've had a couple things happen this week. Pullbacks is what we had happen yesterday. We had a pullback. I've been talking about pullbacks. We had a pause, a couple pauses this week. And we've had, let's see here. Well, for sure, I'm going to blow that up a little bit because he's pretty cute. Yo-yo action in precious metals. So this is all good, healthy stuff in my opinion. For example, here, let me move back over here to pullbacks. Pullbacks are healthy. When the market just keeps kind of climbing and climbing, you want a little drop. And as it says here, the term pullback is usually applied to pricing drops that are relatively short in duration, for example, a few consecutive sessions before the uptrend resumes. Well, this is good. This is healthy for a market, and we have seen some gold. We have seen some pullback in gold and silver. Another term that I like is pauses. Pauses are good. I like pullbacks a little bit better, but you know, when you see a rising market up and up and up and up, hey, let's see a pause for a day or two. Let's see it kind of stay at that same level. I think that's usually a good sign of a healthy market. Let's see where we're going. Let's see what's happening. And we've seen pauses in the last week or two, so this is nice. But most of all, today, a term that is pretty simple for us to understand. It's not puppy, it's yo-yo. So metals have been yo-yoing. It's a crazy day. I watched silver like yo-yo 30 or 40 cents at the end of the day today. Up, down, matter of seconds. Up, down, up, down. Boy, that's almost hypnotic there. I could watch that for a little while. What a cute little guy he is too. But yeah, yo-yoing. Not pausing, not pulling back, but yo-yoing. So let's take a look at these yo-yo prices today and see what's going on. New York closed at 1953. It's hold on again, broke its all-time high. Gold is in all-time high territory, and let there be no doubt about that. And it's kind of held on at that 1950 area. That's great. New York market, which is closed, has kind of traded in a very tight range, 1945 to 1963. Hey, that's great. This is kind of like a pause per se. I like this. It's pausing. However, aftermarkets, world spot prices, which are different than New York spot prices, obviously New York and world, but world spot prices, as you see, are still open here as of 1650. When I recorded this, New York spot prices closed at 1346. They were in that range, but look at the world spot prices that are still open. They've gone over New York, which tells me that we probably should see at least 1950 or higher tomorrow on silver and on gold, and probably the same thing on silver, but I'll get there in a second. So right now, aftermarkets and what we call aftermarkets in the old days, which are really world spot prices now, 1971, darn, about $20 higher. Darn, how'd you like that? That's my southern roots coming out. Darn, another $20 higher or so for world spot prices in the versus New York. Let's see what the ranges are. Again, tight ranges in New York, and the ranges here quite wide. Boy, there goes another accent. I won't say which one, but 1945 to 1979.89. So the world price is showing some strength, which kind of tells me that we'll see probably about the same tomorrow. This is my opinion, my guess, based on kind of trends that I see or don't see. And I think we'll see about the same price, give or take a little bit here, what you're looking down here, 1953.50, and maybe even higher spot prices. Maybe we're going to move up to that 1975 level. I don't know. But I think we're going to hold here or close to this 1950 level. Again, who knows? That's just my opinion. Let's take a look at silver. Same kind of thing here. The range, 24.29 New York close right here. And what was the range? Well, pretty good range, 50-cent range, but you know, hey, I expect that for silver. Silver is one of those metals that, like, if you're a first-time buyer, you haven't been in it for a while, you see these big swings and your stomach goes like, should I sell? You get real panicky and nervous. But don't worry, overall, the trend for silver is up. But look, 50-cent range here. Low 24.06, high 24.45. Well, not exactly 50 cents, but close to it. 40 cents range there. So. And New York closing at 24.29. Funny enough, towards the end of the day, I saw this New York silver closing prices just move in between these two prices dramatically before it decided to close here. And again, silver on the world market always closing about the same, maybe a little higher once in a blue moon, but usually the same or a little bit less than New York. For some reason, I don't know why silver's been doing that lately, just a trend or something that I notice, because I have to look at gold and silver prices. I don't have to, it's part of my job, but I have to look at these prices, 8-10 hours a day, 5 days a week. So if anybody notices trends, it's me. And the trend has been world spot prices on silver have always seemed to be a little bit lower than New York. However, New York seems to be leading the way in the price upticks. And let's take a look at, again, New York range, about 40 cents. Look at the range here, about the same, but on the higher side, no less, still closed lower. I suspect that this 24.94 was early in the morning before New York closed, and this is towards the end of the day. And again, I see an upward trend here. Platinum I like at these levels as well, 9.35, 25. Even though it's down 20 bucks, I still like platinum. Platinum should be priced closer to gold, in my humble opinion. It's not, and perhaps it will be, but again, you know, hey, make your own judgment, do your own research. If you got any questions, just call me. I'll give you my opinion for what that's worth. Palladium, who cares? Nobody ever calls and asks me about it, and really, it just seems like overpriced. I'd rather own these three metals than this metal. However, I could be completely wrong. This could be 4,000. If you're the palladium expert, hey, I'll have you on my little podcast or whatever you call these things here. You can be my palladium expert. I'll give you a call and you can give your advice. Let's kind of move on to a few things. Hey, pullback. I told you what a pullback is. We've had pullbacks this last week or two. Healthy, 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 especially in silver. And I think it's healthy in gold in all markets. We've had pauses. I like that as well. And today we've had yo-yo action in gold and silver. God, I'm going to just look at that for a second because, man, what a cute little doggy. And who the hell taught him how to do that? So, anyways, let's see. Oh, I looked at this little article here and it made complete sense. Gold hits cents. Sorry, not cent. Gold hits record high. Obviously, if you're following gold, you know this. You don't need to be told this. Yields hit record lows after Powell promises the fest. What is a fest? Again, some people say, oh, zero hedge. I hate zero hedge. I like zero. Zero hedge is one of those places that you have to read between the lines. They run a lot of articles and opinions that you won't read in corporate media, and I like that. I don't like reading corporate media all the time, even though I do. You'll see in a moment, I am a Wall Street Journal reader. So anyway, gold hits record high. Yield hits record lows after Powell promised fest. And what do they mean by that? Powell initially promised the Fed will do whatever it takes for as long as it takes, and stocks and gold. So basically Powell said that, you know, screw everything, screw the dollar, screw the long-term effect of the United States and our economy and what this really means. I'm just going to print the hell out of this stuff to make everybody happy now. What does that really mean? It means that we are a nation that really wants to live for now. Screw the future. And that's what Powell is basically doing here, and that's what we all do. Not ashamed to say it, it's just human nature. I mean, we're really worried about what happens to us now. We like to say we're concerned about the future. We don't. But you know what? We really should be concerned about the future, the dollar, and all this stuff, because we are still part of the future, at least until you're dead. So anyway, Powell said that he'll do whatever it takes, which means printing, printing, printing. The printing press is on, which is excellent for us gold and silver bugs. So just to keep accumulating this stuff, you will be fine. My opinion is that 2,500 will be eventually the new norm for gold, maybe even higher. I'm a bit conservative. Could be higher. Great. And I think we'll see gold spike above 2,500, but I think eventually at 2,500 will be our next mark. And again, I'm being real conservative. And silver, man, what a crazy market silver is. But I cannot not see silver hitting its high of 50 bucks again, whether it holds it or goes beyond it. I'm just really confused. But again, it will hit its old high again. And if you're young enough to survive the next 5 or 10 years, I think you'll see it and you'll make a lot of money as long as you're holding on to it. Or you'll make a good buck. Let's look at the Wall Street Journal. I always like to look at that and kind of see what's going on. I'm going to talk about something I know nothing about, is stocks and bonds, really. And again, I could use some help on this, so please, comments, anything you can say below. Give me a call. I'll try to have you on my little podcast or whatever you call these little videos, and we'll talk about it. But Dow just seems to be trading in that treading water zone. You see that red line right there? Well, it's been trading a little bit below that in the 25,000. You see right here it says 25,000 or 26,539. It's been trading between 25,500 and 26,500 like consistently for weeks now. I don't know a lot about stocks and bonds, but I do see trends. I do see trend lines, and it's like, to me, that's like treading water. It goes below that line, above that line, below that line, below that line. But let's take a year at the 1 year. Probably not. But again, I'm treading in areas that I'm not really an expertise at. I am good at gold and silver, and let's continue on there. So you ask, if you haven't watched me 30 or 60 times already, why do I look at the Wall Street Journal? Well, it's actually a good corporate media source to look and see, well, what's coming down the road here? What kind of news here may have an impact on my gold and silver and precious metals holdings? And I'm looking at big tech power comes under fire, hearing nothing. But there's our boy Mark Zuckerberg and some other guys. Those guys are pretty cool. And there's a guy that does my show, actually does the editing of this. He's giving me a call to see if I'm got this done yet. I do not. Hang on a second. And you know what? He'll probably delete this, but if you don't, I'll like it even better. So anyway, as far as the Wall Street Journal, I don't see any news here that really has a huge effect on gold. I mean, we're still in the money printing mode and unemployment and business failures. This is all positive for gold. Don't feel guilty for feeling like, well, I'm going to make money off everyone's misery, because we didn't create this. And I've said this a couple times. So let me see, where can I go from here? Really, that's about it. I hit the Wall Street Journal. I didn't hit my website yet, but I'm sure that we're going to have it up here in 1 second. This is Brian Kuzmar from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in Lauderdale by the Sea. Give me a call anytime at 954-493-8811, or as you can see on the logo right here, 954-776-COIN. That's easy to remember. And we're happy to help you with your precious metals purchases and sales, whatever you want to do. We're here, and we know what we're doing. Thanks for watching. Let's see what's happened tomorrow. And I expect about the same markets and maybe a little bit up. Again, thanks for watching.